On March 30th, 2016, Donald Trump appeared on MSNBC and laid out what would become the Republican strategy to ban abortion.
I would say that it's a very serious problem, and it's a problem that we have to decide on. It's very hard.
But you're for banning it.
Are you going to say, well, wait, are you going to say put them in jail? Is that
well,
the
no, what I'm asking
you,
because you say you want to ban it. What's that mean?
I am pro-life, yes.
What is ban? How do you ban abortion? How do you actually do it?
Well, you'll go back to a position like they had where people will perhaps go to illegal places.
Yeah.
But you have to ban it.
Do you believe in punishment for abortion? Yes or no, as a principle?
The answer is that there has to be some form of punishment.
For the woman?
Yeah, there has to be some form.
And then Texas did exactly what Trump wanted.
I don't know.
They are the Taliban, I mean, this is the Taliban that's doing this to you. This is a religious extremist movement. It's interesting because the Taliban wear these stupid little red hats, too. I don't know if you've noticed that, but the Taliban wears these stupid little red hats. And the Texas, religious extremists, they also wear stupid little red hats. They have so much in common. This is not pro-life. This is anti-woman. That's what George Carlin said years and years ago when he was commenting on this infusion of taking away your right to privacy into the political arena, okay? And he did a riff. It was like almost a 10-minute riff on, abortion and why conservative religious fanatics go after women all the time. And it's not because they're pro-life, because obviously Texas just passed a law that says that you can have we're going to look just like Afghanistan in five more minutes. As of yesterday, you could have a gun in Texas without a license, without a background check, without fingerprints, without training, just everybody could be. It's going to look just like Waziristan. Do you understand? And they just deputized these right-wing radical lunatic fringe people who are now all armed in Texas to be the judge, jury, and executioner of women. So they can stalk women now. They can report their exes because they think that they had an abortion, 6 weeks and a day after they knocked them up or what. This is just creating such a violent culture that it's a violent culture against people of different religions, people who have no religion, people who are, Sikhs or Jews or friendly Episcopalians. You know what I mean? This is a uber extreme religious view of what America should do and look like and be like. And it's giving permission to wild trolls to become, the judge, jury, and executioner of women. And they've been misogynist. They're proud misogynists. That's what the Proud Boys are proud of, that they hate women. They say it out loud. And so Texas law now outsources law enforcement to lunatics who say that they now have the right to declare who is an outlaw. And the outlaw is going to be their ex. The outlaw is going to be a young girl. Their outlaw is going to be a doctor, an educator, just like the Taliban. Just like the Taliban. Anybody and everybody who openly wants to can carry a gun now. So you know who's in charge of Texas, right? Not the majority of the people of Texas, because they're against this. Over 58% are against this abortion thing, and over 58% are against this open carry without a permit thing. So it isn't the majority of Texans. No. The people who are in charge of Texas now are the religious extremists who wear the red hats. This is what post-democracy looks like. You want to understand what America could look like when the other states with red state governors follow suit? Just look at Texas. Because if Texas did turn blue right now, like if people got so frustrated with all of these guns and so frustrated with the lack of privacy and the attack on voting rights, taking away your voting rights, taking away religious freedom, taking away privacy, all these rights being taken away from you by religious extremists who love guns more than they love children, Sandy Hook, right? And you show up to vote in large numbers, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Because the poll watchers, the minders, the vice and virtue police are going to be able to intimidate you at the polling booth so that you can't cast your ballot. And then, if they don't like the result of the election, they just throw it to the legislature and overturn the result anyway. This is post-democratic. This is post-democracy, okay? This is what America looks like when it's attacked from within. From within. Nothing that ever happened to us destroyed us from without. Pearl Harbor didn't destroy us. It made us unified. It made us, want to win. 9/11 didn't destroy America. We destroyed America. It could never be destroyed from without. It could only be destroyed from within. And what did it take? It took the dumbing down of the population. Yeah. It took the arming of the population willy-nilly, meaning absolutely no requirements to open carry, no requirements to own a gun. No, it's just nothing. No background check, no fingerprints, no training. You could, whatever you want. I mean, stricter for a car than for a weapon of war. Okay, great. And taking away people's rights. Right to vote, right to privacy, freedom of religion. Gone. Gone. And the Supreme Court doesn't even write an opinion anymore. They don't even write an opinion. They just use their shadow docket and they stay silent, or the next day they say, no, we're not going to tell you why. We're just going to let the law stand pending a full ruling, which means if you're 16 years old, 17 years old, 18 years old, 20 years old, and you're poor and you can't afford to have a baby, or you don't like the way you got pregnant, or you're not, you just, whatever your reason is, everybody can have one, or used to be able to have one. Doesn't matter anymore. You can be trolled, you can be outed, you could be targeted, you could be, your life could be ruined by people who are not wishing you well. Anybody. And they don't even have to be in the same state. Elections have consequences, they say. And if you're a pregnant woman in Texas, devastating consequences for the whole rest of your life. For the whole rest of your life. So the Supreme Court, as they, undid the eviction moratorium in the middle of a pandemic, have now just weighed in a brief way that they're going to just let this Texas vigilante system of religious extreme justice stand while the legal battle over it plays out. So also remaining in place will be countless unwanted pregnancies by women with 6 kids already, by women with 4 kids already, by young people, by people who were raped, by women who were the victims of incest. Devastating. Devastating. And no explanation. None. They didn't feel the need to explain it to you. Don't have time to listen to a live show? Want to hear more on your schedule? Go to RandiRhodes.com and buy a stinking podcast.